guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome to this week's video. We hope you enjoyed last week's video where we were talking about properties for sale on Pico and the Azores. And in this week's video, we decided that we're going to talk about the variety of accommodations that you can stay in on Pico.
We're going to also talk a little bit about the island, people that have never heard of Pico Island or the Azores that are considering traveling to them.
Pico Island is a magnificent island. It's a volcanic island. It's dormant though, but it's all volcanic rock. There's no sand beaches. It's very lush. There's coastal villages. It's just a beautiful, beautiful island.
You mentioned the vineyards?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's actually one of the main attractions of Pico. Not only the volcano, but the vineyards. Pico is actually known or nicknamed the Wine Island.
Yeah, it's one of the names for the island. Obviously, for the longest time, we were known for the wine exported out to the Tsars of Russia and royalty and so forth. Big revival now. It's part of the culture. It's now part of the tradition that will continue. And they're just making amazing wine there. But that's a whole other...
Yes.
That's a whole other vlog.
We actually did a video on the vineyards and picking wines around September. That's about the time that they start. So we'll actually leave that link in the description below so you can watch it.
Yeah, so part of the characteristics, like Laura said, is it's a lava. It's compared to Hawaii, New Zealand, Iceland, variations of all three. Obviously, the Azores is in the middle of the North Atlantic. There's 9 islands. It's the 7th region of Portugal. 5 of the regions of Portugal are on the mainland, and then you have Madeira as one of the other regions. So you're in the middle of nowhere. It does seem quite remote, which it is, but easily accessible from Toronto, 5 hours, 5.5, from Boston, 4.5 hour flight. Lisbon, 2 hours, just to give you a little idea. And just in case you've never watched any of our videos, you don't know anything about the Azores, we always like to kind of put everything into perspective when we're talking about these islands.
Yeah, so a lot of our followers have been commenting that they are wanting to go over to Pico. We thought this would be a great opportunity just to touch on some of the places that you can stay in.
For example, self-catering,
bed and breakfast.
Bed and breakfast.
You have apart hotels.
Apart hotels. There is one hotel on the island. Mostly it's smaller, with 14, 20 units. Which they call apart hotels, which most of them have self-catering. Some of them might actually do both. They'll self-catering plus breakfast. Some of these will have a pool, they'll have a reception, and that's why they're apart hotels. So I think we're going to show you the ones I guess we're more familiar with. When we're back on the island, we're going to try and go around, and there's a lot of new ones that are actually come up this year. We would have liked to check them out. Hopefully you'll enjoy learning more about them. If you decide to come to Pico, you can choose from whatever is best suited for you.
You go to our website. We have a lot of these accommodations featured on the website, and we will leave a link down below.
Yeah, so just before getting into it, I should just give you a little bit about the size of the island, Pico Island. 440 square kilometers. Same size as Barbados. Well, on the island, we have a population of about 15,000, where Barbados is on the way to about 300,000. So it's a lot of empty land, a lot of parks. You have lots of space, even if it's during the busy time. You will always find a time
alone time.
And on Pico, we have the highlands, where you can be down by the coast, which is where most people live, and then you can make your way up 15, 20 minutes. You're in a whole other environment, like Ireland or Scotland, like in greenery and with lakes and mountains, lots of volcanoes. I mean, Pico has, I think, from what I've heard, over 100 volcanoes, like mini volcanoes. So aside from the big mountain,
and they have 5 lakes.
And more, I think they have 5 lakes at least. I think there's a few more. I guess it just depends on the rainfall. They're not huge
they're
lakes.
Like well-known lakes. Yeah, there's about 5 of them.
Yeah, so the biggest lakes are on San Miguel, the biggest island, obviously. That's for lots of craters and so forth. But people that want to come to Pico are nature lovers. This is what they're looking for. You're definitely going to find it on Pico and the Azores. A lot of peace, tranquility, safe, secure. We mention that always on most of our videos that we do where we're talking about the island. It's important because it's not a mass tourism destination. Okay, it's not a destination where you would have like hundreds of white sand beaches. Pico technically doesn't really have a beach. It's like Madeira. It just has the lava pools, lots of them. But you can hop over to Fayal, the neighboring island. They got a beautiful beach there. But you will not get the Cuba-style Mexico, those white sand beaches. You will not get them here. You will not get the 32-plus degree temperatures that you can get mostly all year round. You're not going to get them here. So that's why the mass tourism here is not going to get to those levels. This is basically a controlled by nature.
Well, one of the things that they're well known for is whale watching and diving. So a lot of people come there.
Lots, yes.
Yeah, for that.
Yeah, I mean, you can do pretty much any nature activity here. I mean, we've seen it all pretty much.
Yeah, horseback riding.
Even horseback riding,
kayaking,
sailing,
bird watching, hiking,
fishing, deep sea fishing. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, basically, it's usually when people come, they always find something to do. Or you can do one of my favorite activities that we like to do on Pico, basically nothing. Do nothing.
You mean drink wine?
Okay, that's swimming. Okay, so we're going to get into these properties. So we're just going to pick some property. As we go through them, we'll tell you if they're more self-catering or not. And
yeah, so we're just going to touch on a few of them. And then if you want more detail, like I said, you can go to the website. And again, we'll leave the link down below.
But now we're going to start with, I think we're going to show you a few apart hotel. They consist basically of a combination of, they got the cooking facilities like self-catering, but they also have a pool, they'll have a reception. Quaint, right?
Yeah.
Quaint, smaller.
Yeah. They have their own kitchens, so that's what they mean by self-catered. The first one we're going to start with is called Baixa de Barca.
So Baixa de Barca is located just off Madalena, probably the top town, the biggest town in Pico, facing Fayal, St. George, right on the coast. You literally can't get closer to the ocean. It has a pool. They have 1 and 2 bedrooms, and it's 2 levels. Okay, most of the rooms are ocean view. And he might even do breakfast, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, or you have the option to purchase breakfast. You can check it out on the site. So, but it's a great spot. I mean, we visited a few times, and it's a perfect location. And the place is spotless. It's clean and a lot of character.
Next place that we are going to show you is a place called Aldea de Font. And this is one of the oldest hotels on the island of Pico. It consists of 6 volcanic stone houses, and they offer around 8 suites, 16 studios, 16 rooms, and they can accommodate between 1 and 4 guests.
Yeah, and they also, again, it's also have some also have self-catering. They have
a fireplace, they have living room, some have balconies, and it's very nice because they also have a restaurant right on the property, and great food. Yeah, really good food.
Yeah, all types of international food, Asian, Chinese, Portuguese. I mean, it's an amazing restaurant. It's one of the top for sure on the island. This place though is very zen. It's like a very zen feel to it.
There.
So many trees, right?
Oh, the gardens are beautiful.
Yeah. It's like a park. It's like a park within a botanical gardens. That's the only way I can describe it. And it just hangs over the coast, the lava coast, and
actually, I had my birthday there last year.
That's right.
And hopefully I'll be there for my birthday this year. Maybe we can go back there again.
That would be great. And but yeah, it's a great place. Again, it's
it's overlooking the cliffs, and the pool is situated right down near the cliff. It's just you have to see it. So again, you can go to the website and check it out. Aldea de Font is actually close to a village called Lage, which is where we stay in our family home.
Yeah, one of the top places for whale watching. A lot of the boats leave from there. Very historic. It's actually the first place that the explorers landed in the 1400s. So, very cool old village.
Yes, beautiful.
And I was born there, on top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
This next place, apart hotel as well, has 10 units. Self-catering. It's located across the island of Fial. There's actually a public pool also near here, and you're just basically on the edge of Madalena, close to all restaurants.
Yeah, restaurants, shops, bars. And Carlos and I actually stayed here one time.
It's nice.
And one of the owners lives here in Oakville.
In Oakville, that's right. Jose, shout out.
And actually, he was your driving teacher.
Well, two things. He had an impact in my life. I don't know if he knows this, but he taught me how to drive when I was in high school. And my mom made me go to Portuguese school, and I'm thankful for that. He was my Portuguese teacher.
Yes.
So those are two very important things. And to this day, I can drive pretty well most of the time.
Some of the time.
And I speak English and I speak Portuguese thanks to going to the school there.
Yeah. So this place is a great location. Like I said, that we stayed here, and really, really quaint. You walk out and you have the open space. You have the coastline there. You can see Fayal from there. It's very, very pretty.
Yeah, it's so you have like the balconies, like a terrace, more like a terrace overlooking vineyards that they have there, and then you see the Atlantic Ocean and Fayal, and I think some of them might even have jacuzzis outside after. I don't remember. It was a while ago that we stayed there, but check it out. I mean, it's a place that we definitely recommend.
The next place is called Lava Homes, and beautiful. These are luxury villas made of stone and wood, and it's located in a place called Santo Amaro, and very dramatic coastline. It's very, very nice.
I mean, this place is not that old. These villas just hang over. These are like just hang over with the Atlantic Ocean right in front of you. The small village of Santa Maru, and so I would say this is one of the more luxurious places. You'll pay the higher end to stay here.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it if it fits into your style, I guess. Beautiful pool. Also has that a bit of Zen feel to it.
Yeah.
Nice gardens. They grow a lot of their own food because they have a restaurant. It's one of the top restaurants called Magma.
And we actually have a video on that as well that we can link down below.
Yeah, we did it.
But they offer 1 and 2, 3 bedroom houses. And they also have a beautiful swimming pool. It's an affinity swimming pool. We did a little tour around this place at one time when we were there last.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we'll put the link for sure. And the restaurant... it's worth, even again, if you're not staying there, it's worth visiting just to hang out there and with the patio. They have a beautiful patio around the restaurant, and
the gardens are beautiful too.
Yeah, the gardens, they grow their own food, and got a good selection of wine, and it's a pretty good the culinary experience if you go there. And we highly recommend it. Check it out.
The next accommodations that we're going to talk about, these are self-catered accommodations, and this place is called Vista Montagna, and it's 4 houses, kitchens, 1 bedroom, beautiful location right near the coast, and it's very lush, lots of places that you can walk. It's very private, and these are also our cousins' houses.
Yeah, I call them like mini villas, right? 2 of them have 2 levels, like a loft, right, on top, and 2 of them are just 1 level. But they're very cute, very quaint, they're modern, and like Laura said, great location. And if you want to stay, let's say, in a more peaceful setting between 2 of the top towns or villages, this would be a great area to stay in. Not just because they're our cousins, but we've sent people there and they really enjoy it. And this whole area of Sao Mateus is coming up. A lot of more places have opened up. Like a lot of them are private homes that they rent in Airbnb and so forth. But a lot of vineyards. It's known for the vineyards here as well. So if you like that kind of Zen vineyard coast feel with the mountain right behind you, this area is perfect.
Yeah.
We actually stayed here a few times, and in the winter and in the summer. So, and they also have a barbecue area outside if you want to do your own wood kind of barbecue.
And it's heated and air conditioned in the houses. So great, you can stay there pretty much all year round.
All year round. And they also own the grocery store in the area. So sometimes if people don't have a car or they have mobility issues, they'll get the groceries for you and bring it down. So the service is very good. Okay, if you read all their reviews, this is one of the things that's consistent in there. So the next one is called Avega do Legatu. Okay, this used to be an old adega. Hence the name. They used to produce wine, like they would come down from their main house, and a lot of this area is known for that, and they would make their wine in these wine houses. Now it's a self-catering cottage right on the coast as well, very private, and I just like when they can renovate, like revive these old places.
Yeah.
And you can see that they put a lot of love into it, right? And I think you can stay. I mean, a lot of families book this place, 2 to 4, maybe even more people can stay here. From this place, so you can literally, you're on the coast, so you can do those walks up and down the coast, or actually a lot of people do cycling around there as well. You can walk to the typical lava swimming hole right down the road, so very well located, and it's not far from Vista Montagna, my cousin's cottages, basically within 2-minute walk from each other, just to give you an idea in the area.
Another self-catering accommodations is actually just down the road from our cousin's houses, and it's called Insula Atlantis. And these are cute little cottage bungalows. They offer studios and 1 bedroom, and they also have a small pool. And what's beautiful about these is that they're just surrounded by all the vineyards.
Yeah, so the owner, Paulo is his name, he owns the vineyards. He actually produces his own wine as well, and he has some wine tasting here. But the setting, again, it's all, it's surrounded by these amazing vineyards, which are unique, right? They're in it's like a maze. They're in these walls, and totally unique way to grow the vine. This next place is actually one of the older tourist facilities, and it's called Pico Bay. And from the very beginning, this was very unique. Again, it's right on the coast, facing the island of Faial, and they basically revived these old stone traditional houses into, I think, more modern, and left the outside. I mean, it looks like a little village. That's what it kind of reminds me of, that they've created, and so it's like it's like a bed and breakfast. Those are not self-catered, but they did build, not a few years back, a couple of villas, which are, you can rent the whole villa to stay there, family or 2 families, 3 couples, that kind of thing. More self-catering, but it's also a very zen place. A lot of land around, a lot of lush vineyards. They make their own wine as well, a swimming pool, and just totally chill property. Yeah, it's again a great location, close to Madalena. Close to Madalena as well. Yeah, restaurants and shops and bars. Yeah. And it's about 30 minutes from the airport. Yeah, and it has its own, right in front, there's its own watering hole, like those lava ocean pools right in front. I remember being there at night with we can see Faial, like the city of Horta, in lights. Yeah, beautiful. It's like wow, because they have a huge terrace right in front of there you can just where the pool is, and you can just there you have the island in front of you. It's a really great spot. Another self-catering place is called Bella Vista, and this is located again in the village of Lages, where they have the whale watching, and they have great little cafes and restaurants, and they offer studios and 1-bedroom apartments, and they're all really, really cute. They're all done differently. Yeah, and it's a nice complex, basically with views of the mountain of Pico and the ocean. So, and I think he also has a few independent from here, just down the road. He has a couple of private houses, apartments, self-catering, that is part of the complex. Yeah, and he's lovely. He kind of took us around and showed us all the different little studios and apartments that he has. Yeah, he did a tour with us there, and if you want to be right in the village, let's say, for example, you guys, let's just say, for example, you're going to be doing a lot of whale watching from Lage, and you want to stay right there. This would be a good place to stay in the village. There's a few other ones as well, which we'll mention. The next place is called Welcome, which is spelled W-H-L-E and then Come, C-O-M-E. A very cute place. In this case, they were totally renovated these old houses here, and the gentleman's name was Serge. He was a French gentleman that came in late 80s, started the whale watching pretty much in Pico, pretty much in the Azores. Yeah, he's groundbreaking. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple of years ago. But it's a wonderful place to stay. They're quaint rooms. You get breakfast included, and I guess it's like it's just quaint. It's just kind of almost like these rooms are not huge, and some of them are above the restaurant. Some they did a nice courtyard. It's fairly small area, but
and they have the patio outside. The food's very good.
He does some traditional, and he experiments with other dishes as well. I would definitely recommend this one as well. Right in the village of Lages. Another self-catering is called Cansella de Porgo. These guys did a modern take on the old lava houses. They're like studio, one bedrooms, I think, the ones we saw, and very open concept, self-catering. Also has a swimming pool, and they also do their own wine, so that's kind of a trend going on there. And
the owner owns a restaurant called Encore d'Oro, which is right in the village of Madalena.
One of the top restaurants for sure, and there's also the tea house.
Yes,
as well.
We love going to the tea house.
But anyways, it's a few units, but again, there's a little reception area, and it's been up for a while now, so there's a lot of good reviews on it, like most of the ones we've been talking about. I would say all of them. I don't hear a lot of negative feedback, mostly positive in all these.
The next accommodations that we're going to talk about are B&Bs, and this one is called Casa de Ribera. I said that right.
It's pretty close.
The owners' names are Mario and Palmira, and they're just lovely couple. So this is a great place to stay if you're traveling by yourself. They will take care of you. I know that Lorna, when she stayed with them, she just loved staying with Mario and Palmira.
Yeah, I guess it's perfect. All the other places you can travel single as well, but if you wanted something more like a B&B where there's someone there and you can anytime you need to tap into them, the information, it's perfect. And the breakfast there apparently was very healthy, full of wellness. I think Lauren even mentioned that a few times to us. And we went over. I mean, they're very nice, like Laura was saying. And the house just overlooks the village of Lages, the views from up here.
Yeah, they call that $1 million view.
It's $1 million view, and it's like looks like a bit of a mansion kind of thing, right? They kind of feel like these big modern villas.
It's more of like a modern villa. That's what I would call it. But then it's close to village of Lages. It overlooks it, but you can walk there.
You can walk. It took you about 30 minutes to walk to the village.
Yeah.
I think the main thing about it, the views, the reason why you have these views, because you're higher up, overlooking the whole Atlantic Ocean and the village of Lages. I think it's very dramatic. I think remember being in the patio there when we went over. It was really nice.
And Palmira did a beautiful job on her gardens too.
Yeah, she's two green thumbs.
This next place is called Alma depicu. And they have 14 units made out of wood. It's a beautiful location, set in the middle of the woods. They also have an Italian restaurant, and Carlos and I actually went there one time to do a tasting. It was very, very good.
Yeah, I guess they're the only Italian restaurant on the island. They're getting a lot of positive reviews.
Yeah, they have a pool, and just the beauty of the wood units. It's really nice.
Within the forest of local trees, Cryptomeria, which is what the wood they use actually to build these. I guess they're like cottages with different units in them.
Yeah, they all have their own little kitchenettes as well.
It's in a bit of a suburb of Madalena. You do get the beautiful view also of Fayal from up there, and very zen type of accommodation. Also under the self-catering, as you can see, there's quite a few. It's a place called Avega de Pico on the north side of the island, and they have 10, 12 renovated old lava houses. Okay, they were literally, some of these were ruins, but the owners did an amazing job bringing these back to life. And now these are part of the, it's like a tourist facility. They're all scattered throughout this area. It's called Ribeirinha, which is on the north side, and a lot of character. And kudos to the owners for, I think her name's Maria, for doing this, because I mean, this is what we need more, is to revive these old ruins, bringing them back.
And what's nice about this place too is that it's close to the coast, and there's a lot of amazing walking trails in that area.
Oh yeah, and there's a park here too, one of the parks where you can bring your food. They have these bigger barbecues. There's 2 or 3 around the island. One of them is right next to Ribeirinha. This next place is also self-catering, and it was also revived, the traditional Pico lava stone house, and they did a great job here. It's actually a friend of mine, Nibs. He actually was born in Oakville, And anyways, he did a great job. He's been listing this for the last couple of years, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a 2-bedroom cottage on the coast.
And it's called Adega do Jalika.
Jalika, that's right. Adega do Jalika. Okay, so yeah, we love to see these places that get brought back to life. And I think you know, sometimes it's by people that are from there, and some is from people coming from the outside, like expats. And I see this a lot, and because a lot of these places have a lot of potential, they have a lot of great bones, and there's a good example right here where you know, there's people that used to live there and family, and they decided, you know what, instead of just letting it go, let's revive it, and now other people get to share this cool spot. And I think they did a pretty good job, right?
Yeah, they did a nice job. They, in the kitchen, they have the wood cabinets, and they opened up the ceiling, so you've got this cathedral type of ceiling with the wood. It's very nice. And
pretty modern.
Even in the outside, they have a great barbecue area. It's covered with the old bamboo and
yeah, and it's kind of within itself, so it's very, like, I'm sure if there's bad weather, protects the wind, very protected. I think maybe Nibs, you could maybe let us stay there for a couple of days.
Yeah,
on that side of the island.
Yeah, that would be really nice. Yeah, and they've got the walk-in shower, and they've got 2 bedrooms. One has 2 single beds, and then it looks like a queen bed. And it looks like a great place to stay.
A lot of character.
This other place is owned by our architect, and it's called XA Apartments. Very, very modern. They have 1 and 2 bedroom apartments, and located right in Madalena. So again, you're close to restaurants, shops, and bars, and very, very pretty.
Very trendy, very modern. I guess you could tell an architect did that.
Yeah, definitely.
It has all the touches to it, and
yeah, it's a modern kitchen and the living area with light floors and a beautiful deck outside.
Yeah. Wood. It looks like wood or just nice tile, maybe.
Actually, yeah, it's
wood or nice tile, I think.
Yeah, very, very modern.
Yeah, overlooks Fayal as well. You can see Fayal on the forefront, close to walking distance to the ocean pools that they have there, and. Yeah, I think maybe John could invite us to stay a couple of nights. We can do even a better review on this place. We spoke to some people that have stayed there, and they enjoyed it. They really liked the experience of being right in the village, and almost like a home away from home, like if you'd have an apartment in
everything's
Lisbon,
within walking distance. You can even catch the ferry from there to go over to the island Fayal. Yeah, it's a great place.
So it's a good feel staying there. It's almost like if you're in Lisbon and you had an apartment, you kind of just get out and walk around and in a modern setting. We're going to end it here, but before ending, I just want to kind of tie everything in of what you've just been watching on the video. Hopefully give you a good idea of the various types of accommodations on Pico, and pretty much this is the Azores. So obviously there were a few bed and breakfasts that you saw. A lot of them were self-catering. A lot of them were a combination of apart hotels with both self-catering and breakfast. Some had restaurants, pools. So it gives you a good example of what's around the island in the Azores. Okay. One thing we didn't mention is private homes. Okay, we're actually in the middle of renovating the property we bought there to rent out, to do an Airbnb out of it. Again, it's old homes being renovated. Some are new builds, luxury. Some are like medium size, cottage types. We just wanted to mention that.
If you guys need any help booking any of these accommodations, like we said, you can go to the website, but you can also call Carlos, and he can help you with that.
Yeah, it's probably best by email, and the email is on the website. It's also on the vlogs, and if I can't help you, I'll definitely refer you to we try to be neutral, but pass on information either that from our experience or to clients, guests, people we know that have used some of these facilities. One of the rules that I always, since I've been in the travel industry, is you want to suit the right property, the right destination with the guest, and that's one of the things that it's the most important. I'll be honest with you. You don't want to send someone to the wrong destination, the wrong island, the wrong accommodations. You just have to listen to the needs of each guest, basically.
That's right. Before we end this video, we want to show you our latest design and the latest item that we've added to our store. And it's our new hat, embroidered, Azores, and embroidered on the back, and it says "Live Life." And that's what you should do in the Azores.
Live life to the fullest.
Now, this hat is adjustable, so it's great for men and women. And you're going to try it on?
I'm just trying this on for the first time. Let's just see. If if it fits my big head
Yeah,
here.
it looks good.
Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah. I like this kind of. It goes round.
It's more
very
curved.
Nice,
it's not the flat bill look.
Wow, that is nice. I like the color too. Azores.
Yeah.
It's like a blue. This is a dark blue, right?
Yeah, it's a navy. It also comes in black.
Let me just
So
show
we
the back
can.
here. Okay.
Yeah, that looks good on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will add the link of the store in the description. So if you guys are interested.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I know, we really want to give information. And for the first timers going to the Azores or Pico or any one of these islands, any information we can pass forward from our experience, like what we've done today, and the one before this was about properties to purchase on the island. People can get a glimpse of what's available, what's there for the tourists, for someone who wants to retire. And I think this is why we've been doing this. The last couple of videos is based on that.
Like our video and subscribe.
Comment, send
And
me some
comment.
comments. And my email, sorascarlos64@gmail.com.
We will see you in the next video.
All right, see ya.
Bye.